Hey, all my brothers, all my sisters, all my kings and queens. It's your boy Mduduzi back with another video. Today is Wednesday, the 14th of Jan 2026, baby. Officially 2 weeks in. The time right now is, my watch is saying almost 6:30 p.m. You feel me? So I'm gonna have to not speak a lot on this video because you can normally see the sun going down in my videos, and that affects the quality, which I don't like, even though I still be posting videos where it happens. But like, as you can see by the title, your environment is holding you back. Listen carefully. I've always seen videos like this, right? I won't be looking at you guys as much, but if you can hear my words and just feel my pain, man. I've always seen videos like this on some. Your environment is holding you back. Change your environment. I listen, or I follow, or I'm subscribed. Let me use the right words, to Game God Goldie on YouTube. And one of the things he said on his live was, insurance companies determine how long you're gonna live by just your zip code, if I'm not wrong, right? He was saying just by the area you're in, they can tell that, okay, maybe this person won't live long. And it's not until you really go through it. I feel like for me, I've always known this, but like now, it's only the beginning of the new year. It's just becoming clearer and clearer day by day. Your environment is holding you back. You know what I'm saying? Guys, currently, I think this is gonna be like one of the realest videos that I ever made. You feel me? Like, I live, and you know what? You have to blame everything on yourself. This is best for men. Women, I've seen that personally, that they struggle with accountability. My battery was on 22% when I started shooting this video, so I'm probably gonna click a few times because it tells me battery low. Anyway, I currently live at home. There's about 6 of us in the house, you feel me? I live with my mom. Father passed away. So the dynamic is, obviously mom is like the head of the household. One of the classic famous parent lines she uses, or she's being used, you know what I'm saying, is, this is my house. You know what I'm saying? My house, my house. Guys, thank the Lord, right? I work as a receptionist, and I work for a doctor. And most days, I won't even lie, because today something happened and it kind of put me in an uncomfortable position. But I was like, you know what? I have the mindset where it wasn't a bad thing, right? But I have the mindset that I'm always pushing forward. You know what I'm saying? I'm never feeling sorry for myself. And one of the things I feel like you have to learn the hard way is, even if it's a mistake, you're going to get penalized as if you did it. So even if you are wrong in the accident, you're still going to have to pay. If someone's life is claimed, you're still always going to have that You know what I'm saying? Like if you bump someone and they die, you always want to have that animosity, or you might, from the other person's family on some, you know, my whatever died, but to you it was honestly an honest mistake. You know what I'm saying? But that's life, you know what I'm saying? You, even if it's a mistake, you have to, you know what I'm saying, bear the burden, if I can put it that way. Yeah, what I was saying is, I work for a doctor, you know, we both believers, it's just two of us in the practice. You know, I'd say a beautiful working environment, you know what I'm saying? He gives me game, you know, because he's much older. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, when it comes to the word, he also speaks to me about the Lord. He's just a good guy in general, right? You know, I'll be at work, and this has been happening this past couple of days, right? I make sure that, you know, I get up at 3 o'clock. I do everything I need to do. I drive to work on time. I get to work. I have such a productive day, you know, because because I'm a receptionist. I have so much time on my hands when I'm not greeting patients, you know. So I use that to focus in on my daily tasks, my goals. You know, I just knock it out the park at work. You know what I'm saying? All the patients. There's never been really. I've really had a few experiences like with bad patients. So it's always just smooth. You know, patients. It's like a loving environment. You know what I'm saying? The boss isn't on me like as a boss can be. You know, I'll be really thanking God almost every couple of minutes. Like no joke. Like I'm like, thank you, God, thank you. Like even though I know I'm supposed to be what can I say, higher, I'm still going higher. But for where I'm at, you know, like it's real comfortable. Even though I feel like you shouldn't stay in comfort, right? You should always grow, but like real cozy while I'm growing, you know, while I'm putting in that work. And then I come home to a house where, you know, like I won't even lie, like to talk the truth, the house is dirty. And you know, here where I live, we live with my niece, right? She's the youngest. I have two nieces that live with me. The youngest niece, right? She's about 3 years old. I always thought maybe she was the reason for the house being dirty. You know how babies are. But nah, it's just the moms. Like, I have to speak the truth. It's like, even on days maybe when our niece is not, or my niece is not there, the house is still dirty. You know, honestly, in my personal opinion, mom plays all these mind games. It's like, she's just, especially for me, this is how I feel. Like I just get home to her plotting something. She's always wanting me to do something. And you know, through more game that I've been getting, this is the way women control you. And I've always knew, like in me, I've never been a rebeller. You know what I'm saying? But I've always knew that, nah, man, like you have to rebel against this. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and there's been, you know, a lot of times where I just got my time wasted, you know, especially before I started working, you know, when you don't have money coming in, when you're not somewhere, they take it as if that time is theirs. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I've always understood that even if I can, because I wanted to be, but I am a rapper, right? But there was a point in time where I was taking music producing seriously. I still love it. I don't do it right now because I don't have the software. I want to get it originally. But like the time when I was really taking it seriously, like I'd wake up, try and make a beat. You know what I'm saying? Just making beats, like I love it, you know, I still love it. It's such a beautiful thing, right? But yeah, I understood that even if I have 50,000 coming in, even if I have 100,000, I cannot be at home. They're gonna think that I'm not really doing anything. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reality. It's like, even if I don't want to work a stay-at-home job while I'm here, because they, not that she won't understand, she'll always try. I believe that's just the nature of women, you know what I'm saying? But you always be tried, you know, always, you know what I'm saying? You know, the Bible does talk about Proverbs 10 verse 6, if I'm not wrong. Your worst enemies will be the members of your own household. Guys, it's no joke. Come, you know, just talking about the environment, you know, this obviously it's not all bad, but I want to highlight the bad to just emphasize my point, you know, like always dirty, not always dirty, let me say this. You know, there's always just something to do. You can never just come home and, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you've had a good day, do your, maybe you're eating, wash your dish, there's always dishes. It's like, and it's a thing of, right? I saw a video on X, right, Twitter, of basically this mom and her daughter, two black people, right? They were arguing. So the mom was holding like a stick or something, and this daughter looked maybe like she was in her teens. And the mom was saying, "Where are you going? Don't you see that there's dishes?" And the daughter was like, "How? But I didn't even eat." You know what I'm saying? I didn't even eat. Then she's like, yeah, the daughter was like, "I didn't even eat. Those who made the dishes must wash them." Then my mom was like, "Hey, don't you see there's dishes?" And you know, it's funny. That's when the daughter got disrespectful. She was like, "Yes, mama, now utanda ukuphathisana ikhanda. You know, mom, you like causing a headache. Me, I wanna just go to my friends. You know, we're gonna chillax. Everything's gonna be nice." Then the mom was getting angry because obviously, like, she said that comment. But you know, I was taking that video in, and I was like, personally, I've even gotten to a point where I won't eat on certain days because you just get home and there's a pile of dishes. And you know how it operates here is like, people just look like the dishes are piling up, and you know what I'm saying? It's like a thing of everyone will just pass by, and let's say the dishes stay and they're not washed. Now it's a thing of, it's a low-key complaint, but it's not against anyone in specific. But you can kind of tell it's maybe towards you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, or maybe it's like a comment of, you can't just go to work all day, come back, do nothing. You know, just BS like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the environment, guys. It will really propel you or hold you back. You know, like, it's such a common thing to hear brothers in the hood talk about get out the hood. No one in the hood wants to stay in the hood. And it's a funny thing, right? Because I'm in the suburbs, you feel me? So every time, like, I go to the hood, or yeah, basically I go to the hood. My sister kind of lives in the hood. Even with my other brother, like, he used to live in Soweto, deep in the hood. I'm like, you know what, it's lit here. You know, there's so many people around. Girls are outside. You know, we hardly get that here, but like, girls are outside. You know, you can probably catch you some. But then they always have the same talk, the same mindset. Like, nah, I'm trying to make it out this mother effer, you know. And even though I can't understand it, I can understand, right? Putting myself in their shoes. But like, also for me, it's like, just try your best to get out your environment. You know, reality is sometimes you may not be able. What I used to do is, the time I didn't work, there was a library close to where I live. I used to wake up, go to the library all day. But you know, this is where what can I say? It's like your environment holds you back. And for me specifically, like it's my mom, and I'd get calls on some, you've been gone the whole day. You know what I'm saying? We don't get help around the house. Even at times, I remember this one time I had went, they had called me on some, we need you to come back to go somewhere. When I come back, it's not that serious. They just wanted to call me back. So it's like little things, right? And God knows, even though I do refer to it as my mom, and it is her, the word, thank God for the word, says we fight not against flesh and blood. So I'm at the point where I do believe honestly that maybe it's spirits operating through her, because she's not I won't say she's a quote unquote Christian. So it's like that's the reality. Spirits are gonna operate through her. But yeah, it's like your environment really holds you back. Back in my fapping days, because I was just always at home, I'd fap, I'd stay in the room all day, sleep all day. I knew that even if it were just going to the library, like I remember times when I don't go to the library as much these days, but like when I used to go to the library, and different libraries, right? But there's another one I'm talking about specifically. When you get there, there's really not that much to do, and to top it off, they don't have proper network inside the library. So for me, always when I go there, my phone is on no network, or so it's like it's either you read a book. For me, it's either you come there to write, to be productive, you know what I'm saying? And with the library, it's quiet, everyone's doing their own thing. So it really puts you in this environment where if you're always there, it's like, yes, you could make, you know what I'm saying, you can make the time to fap, you know what I'm saying, if you really wanted to. But for the most part, it's like, it just changes how you operate. And that's what I want to emphasize, right? Like, you have to just get out your environment, because you're operating in a certain way because of your environment. And what I mean by that is, like, even to make an example of myself, it's like, I'm a believer, right? And I found the Lord recently when I was 21 or 20, right? 20 turned 21, but I really found the Lord in the year 2020. For the most part, I really want to walk the narrow path, right? I feel so pure at times. It's like, I think also what that has, or what am I, let me say it properly. Where it comes from, I think I'm not defiled, if I can put it like that, right? Like, so I'm still a virgin, right? And I mention that because, like, I see that, or with the brothers and sisters, like, once you cross over that boundary, it's hard to come back. It's the same thing like with alcohol or weed. Like, once you've tasted it and experienced it, if you're not that person to be like, you know what, I'm stopping, I'm never drinking again, it's hard to stay sober. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, it's like, why stay sober? So I don't smoke, I don't drink, you know what I'm saying? I don't sleep around. So I'm like, I can get to a point where, not even from a point of self-righteousness, but I feel so pure. I want to be pure. But like, since I'm in this environment, my mind is always on some every man for themselves. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I try my best to avoid doing chores. I try my best to, always do my own thing, to not consider other people. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Put myself over my mom. It's like, it's a war. Like, I don't know how I can explain it to you guys. It's basically like, it's a battlefield. Like, I was just thinking to myself the other day, and I was talking to one of the brothers, but like, what I wanted to express to him, even though I didn't, I was like, I don't think you understand. It's like I have 3 older sisters, 1 younger brother, and I've got 4 nieces, right? 4 nieces, but my oldest niece, she's 15, right, this year. So I can't basically like talk to her, you feel me? But like I don't talk to my family like, and I don't think you guys understand or you can fathom it. It's like the whole year, if I don't get spoken to, I'm not speaking. It's like obviously that applies with my mom. Like the rest of the family, my siblings, not a word. Obviously, like maybe my oldest sister, she doesn't live with us, so we get to talk a bit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but it's like we don't talk here in the household. There's no one to talk to. Like when, and it's not something like what can I say? I say for pity, you know what I'm saying? It's like I just want to make you guys understand the reality. Like I don't talk to my siblings that I live with. On top of it, it's a war in the house. And for me, it's like a thing of I really believe in laws. Laws create order, right? So it's a thing of like now if you're breaking the laws, if you're not flushing, if you're not removing toilet paper that's finished, if you're not washing your dish, if you keep skipping the dishes, it's just all these things. It's like it really makes it a war. Like, then I understand why the Bible says, like, if you don't hate, and this is in Luke 14 verse 26, if I'm not wrong, if you don't hate your mother, your siblings, your wife, your children, even your own life, for the sake of the gospel, you cannot be his disciple, right? I've gotten to that point. It's like it has to be like, you know what I'm saying? Then on top of it, it really feels like they are my enemies, and the Bible confirms it. So it's like y'all don't understand, like, and there's a line by Kanye. He says in Jesus Lord, right, his song, he's like, it's hard to be an angel when you're surrounded by demons. You don't like, there's no friendliness in me, there's no giving a pass, there's no like, when I get home, there's no niceness. And the reason I made this video is because this is what I've been seeing, like that's been a trend. Like I'm so thankful for the day, like I go to work, I go to the gym, I put that work in, I'm really grinding. Then you just come home to just like, and I always end up being, and obviously there's power in the tongue, but it's like what's been happening in the past is I always get into this mood, this sourness, and I'm like, no man, it's because I live here at home. It's 100% because I live here at home. I'm telling you guys, it's like I don't even really get to sleep on time. You know what I'm saying? It's like little things, like you don't get to sleep on time. You're always doing dishes that are not yours. It's like, you're cleaning, you made to feel guilty. Because I'm someone who has a license, there's 2 of us in the household, or 3 of us that have a license. My mom doesn't want to drive. She complains about something, but she doesn't want to go to the doctor. And I can't force her, so it's like she's used it as her crutch now, like that she doesn't want to do this. And my sister's always gone, you know what I'm saying? The truth is, so I'm always left to do, there's no bread in the house, 1, 2, and 3. And you know what I'm saying? Not that I'm complaining about all these things. I just want to show y'all that it really is your environment. It's like there's such a wall I have up I'm this kind of person because I have to survive. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and with the same mindset, I was just thinking to myself, like, if you go to jail, you're gonna be a totally different person. There's no way you're gonna keep being your same self. You're gonna have to get into a survival mode, right? And this is what your environment does for you. It either puts you in the survival mode where it's, you know what I'm saying, you're always grinding, or you're always flourishing. You know, there's a audio book by Brian Tracy, which is self-discipline. Wait, no, it's okay, I'm not sure what it is, right? But it's about self-discipline. And basically, it's an audio book, right? But Brian Tracy, because he did his own audio book, he quoted another book by, I don't know if it was a Japanese guy, but basically that guy was explaining that societies can be divided into two groups. It's either high trust societies or low trust. So low trust, which is aka the hood, people are always stealing, you know what I'm saying? There's poverty, resources are always stolen or spent in an attempt to avoid, you know, I'm just saying, like, thievery, if I can put it like that. It's like no one trusts each other because there's, you know, there's no trust. You know what I'm saying? That's where the most corruption flourishes. It's like, it's just a bad place to be. But in high trust societies, that's where you get the most flourishing people, because not only do they trust each other, they help each other, you know. And you know what he was saying, like, I remember when I heard it, it just, you know, I've always known this. I just, obviously, when someone explains it properly, you know what I'm saying, it just makes so much sense. It's like, you know, it was just like a light bulb. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, as much as I don't like being that guy to be like, you know, I don't want to chill with certain people, it's a must. It's a must. Because even like, you know, like, not everyone's gonna make it into the kingdom of heaven. And how I see it, I don't look at God as a bad person. He just has to separate the different kinds of people. Because if you let some, and you know, like, there's certain people who be left outside: fornicators, whoremongers, cowards, it says, if I'm not wrong, effeminate. You know, that's basically acting like a girl but you're a guy. But like, certain people have to be left out for this group to flourish, right? And how I see it is, if you let one of these people on the outside come in, they're gonna do what they always do. So, for example, if I'm a whoremonger, and how I understand it is someone who sleeps with women. Like, if I sleep with a lot of women, wherever I go, I'm gonna be trying to sleep with a lot of women. So if I'm allowed into the kingdom of heaven, I'm gonna defile women. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna defile the group. And that's why God always, in my own perspective, he cuts people off from their community. Because it's even the same thing we do in real life. It's like, if someone rapes, if someone murders, we take them out of the community. Because if we don't, they're gonna really, it's like mess the community up. And it's like it's like a rotten apple. It spoils the bunch, right? So yeah, it's like, try your best to get out of your environment, even if it's a thing of, you know what, for me, I work part-time, right? But I'll do my best is, once I knock off at work, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's going to the library, whether it's just going somewhere, come back home the latest, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it has to be like this. Because if things were different, I would have loved to be here, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I remember thinking to myself, way back, before I had a job, you know, back like when I had gotten saved, but I didn't have a job. And after like this honeymoon phase of Christianity, me really trying to help out, I really saw that like, the foundation is broken. I really can't do anything to save, right? To save this household. And one of the things I noticed, or one of the things I remember thinking, I was like, I don't care if they give me at that time, I don't know why I was thinking of a Porsche Panamera, black on black. Let's just even imagine a GT3 RS, black spoiler. Even if they allowed me or they gave me that car to stay in this home, I wouldn't stay. That's how I was feeling. Fast forward a couple of years later, I haven't made enough money to move out. I'm still feeling this way. It's like there's nothing, like it's funny because in a conversation I overheard, right, of my mom. She was talking to like a family member, like they had all come to our place, some type of gathering, right? She was like, kids, as soon as they get money, they move out. And I was like, such manipulation. But hell yeah, I'm gonna move out. And it's not because of the money. It's because this environment is not the one. Otherwise, I would have loved to stay here. One of my other brothers, he was on some. If I had like 200 million, or if I made like lots of money, I'm still staying at home. I was like, are you crazy? It's like, yeah, like I want to be there for my sister. I can be with my parents. We can build a bigger house. I was like, I would never. You hear me? Never. But yeah, environment is so key, guys. Environment. I mean, it makes sense. Another thing I want to talk about, all blessings to the Lord. Where I work, I won't mention her details, but like, I feel like it's just to protect her. But yeah, there's a lady around where I work, right? I speak highly of this lady, but I won't even lie to myself. One of the main reasons that drew me to the lady, she's very beautiful. She's one of the most beautiful white ladies I know, or like I've even seen. Like, she's that beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It's like she's nice, like nice, real skinny. I won't say skinny, but if I can just describe her, like a real skinny, she's blonde, beautiful lady. So I won't even lie to myself. Like, I find her attractive. I found her attractive. But on top of that, she's kind, right? And she's married, and with me, it's like my attraction to her, it never came from a sexual place. So it's never been yeah, I want to sleep with her. It's more of like wow, she's beautiful. Like, she deserves to be a wife, you know what I'm saying? And she is. But yeah, it's like, no, this lady is kind. And with me, I'm a believer, right? We're both believers. And with me, as I say, like, I really see myself as pure, even though no one is truly pure. So in conversation, like, because we have like a working relationship, so at times I have to talk to her even though she doesn't work where I work. In our conversations with the lady, like, she's kind, and with me, like, I always try to keep it pure. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't have that I want to sleep with you, or you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna respect her because she has a husband. In Proverbs, there's a whole chapter dedicated to how the husband's gonna run up on you if you entertain someone's wife. But like, yeah, it's always just been from a pure place, right? Plus, I find her attractive. It's easier to entertain. I won't say entertain, but it's easier to give attention to attractive people. That's just the reality of this world. Yeah, so she's always been kind. You know what I'm saying? She always also looked at me as like a, like a, I admire your pureness way. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, like, I feel like I'm good looking too. You know what I'm saying? I'm dripping. So it's like a thing of not that she's attracted to me, but like inspired maybe. I'm doing the most, like, for my age. I won't even lie. It's like I'm only going up and up. But yeah, it's always been good, right? And it so happened that one day I came through lacking. Like, I left home, I woke up late, I bathed, I wasn't even able to put lotion. I rushed to work, And I don't know if y'all have ever not have bathed and not have lotioned. Just that feeling of dryness. It's like I didn't even lotion my face, so you can imagine. And with me, the doctor said eczema on my hands, right? And I don't know, my hands, like, for majority of the time they dry. I don't know if I was born with it. It's just been a thing for me, right? And I'm the only one I know. But yeah, it's like, so maybe I might have maybe like mild eczema throughout my whole body. Maybe that's why I was feeling so down bad. But you know what I'm saying? It's like I interacted with her. I just kept it short, I never tried to disrespect anyone or, take out my feelings or how I'm feeling on anyone. And yeah, like after that, she came through to where I work. She had like a PS for me, a chocolate. Like, now it's gonna be fine. And for the most part, even like now, like I'm still on, like, I've got a wall up. It's self-defense because I've been burnt by women, and I don't believe women to be purely righteous, right? In my own perspective. So it's always that thing of, nah, it's like, don't trust, don't tell what you're going through. Like, I've never opened up, like, don't think I'll ever open up to a woman. So it's like, I'm always on self-defense, right? Even though I can let my wall down a bit. But yeah, it's like, it bought me a chocolate, I was like, damn, it just made me feel like someone cares about me. Fast forward, I bought her a gift as well. Just, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't even lie. I was at the store. I was like, Lord, I really want to buy this gift for her. You know what I'm saying? It's all friendly, nothing, you know what I'm saying? Nothing, you know what I'm saying? Secret or bad intentions. Bought her a gift. The other day she was like to me, because like I took a month off work, then I got back, you know what I'm saying, in January. Then she was like, I'm still gonna get you that present. Oh, then I was confused. I was like, how? Present? You know what I'm saying? Because when I gave her the gift, I didn't expect anything back. I won't lie, part of me did want something, but a part of me was like, keep it real. Don't even, you know what I'm saying? Give without expecting, right? Because at the end of the day, she is married. Like, it's not that I want to build anything, you know what I'm saying, work undercover to try win her over. So I understand that dynamic. It's getting late. I'm about to try wrap up the video. But yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? She's like, yeah, I'm gonna get you that present. I was confused. Then my boss was like, oh, I didn't tell him because 1, 2, and 3. But yeah, like, she said she wanted to give me a gift. Today she pulled up on me with the gift. I won't say what the gift was. I just feel like I shouldn't. But yeah, it's like crazy. Like, it was a voucher, right? But the amount of money she put into the voucher, I was expecting like a 50 rand at best. You know what I'm saying? Like 100 rand. She surprised me. And it's like, even though, like, You know, I was very thankful to her. I wanna come up close because I see I'm not as clear. But yeah, it's like, even though like I couldn't fathom it. You know what I'm saying? That she gave this gift without wanting it back. Not like wanting something back, but like, you know, obviously I thanked her and everything, but she just, you know, we knock off at the same time, and when I had knocked off, she had already left. I'm like, oh, such a blessing. You know, she just passed the resources to me. And you know, with most women, it's like, it's hardly gonna happen unless you're attractive, unless you're that guy. But yeah, it's like, away, away. You feel me? I'm greeting the brothers. But yeah, it's like, you know, let me come up close. Wow, like, I was so in shock. Like, you know, I even tweeted on some, "Depart from me, Lord, I am a sinful man." That's how I felt. Like, I had no words. I was like, you know, yes, I do my bit of good. Yes, I give as well. But like, nothing, I wasn't expecting nothing like this, you know. And to link this back to the video, I feel like she's creating an environment for me where, even though like I won't even lie, like I'm still holding back, I won't trust fully because I know maybe she can just switch up on me. You know, it's a thing of women, just switch up on you. I'm not, so like I always have to be at that point where even if she decides, or something goes wrong, she decides to never speak to me again, I have to be in that position where I'm content, where I don't like have this attachment to her, because once you get burnt, it's like you make sure you never get burnt again. So, but yeah, she's creating this environment where, you know, it's allowing me to be pure. You know what I'm saying? It's like, here, it it's just not that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, there it's like now, like, even though like part of me doesn't want to, because I know, like, you know, want to give that care, or like with all the knowledge I've been getting, want to give that care to women, even though I know I'll never date her or anything. It's like, I just don't want to be betrayed. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's like there's this environment of being pure, of helping each other out, of supporting each other, of, you know what I'm saying? It's just like of encouraging each other to continue in the Lord's work. So it's like your environment is like, I don't know like how many different examples can I give you to stress this. It's like your environment, your environment, your environment. It's either gonna hold you back, or my brothers, or my sisters. It's either it's gonna hold you back, it's gonna make it really hard for you to succeed. Like for me, it's like currently, yes, I'll admit, obviously, even though I'm gonna put blame, or I do put blame on my environment, I take full responsibility of my life and everything that happens to me, whether good or bad. I feel like I deserve it. So, and maybe not deserve it for the bad things, but like it came in my path. I have to decide how to respond and how to go about things. So I'll be at a point where like I didn't really want to wake up at 3, but because of my environment, I have to. It's like I have to wake up at 3. I'll be sleeping, like last night I slept at probably 11, up at 3. You can imagine. It's like, but like always when I wake up, I have to have that talk with myself, that Mduduzi, don't feel sorry for yourself. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Do what you have to do to make it out, but there's no escaping this. It's like for me, there's no more suicidal thoughts. It's like I'm here to stay, and I'm gonna figure it out, and I'm gonna change things for myself. But like, yeah, guys, your environment, whoever watches this, like, pay close attention to your environment. And even though, yes, there's a lot you can blame on your environment, everything is your responsibility. Whether you fail or rise, it's up to you. You know what I'm saying? The environment will hold you back, but for you to not succeed will be on you. You know what I'm saying? No matter, forgive me, no matter what, environment, and just, yeah, like, try to escape it. It's your boy. Peace.